for home. When dealing with social gathering spaces, you have to be careful with the designs. This one looks cool. This one is not bad.
Okay, so here's the reason we are using art gallery and shop. So what Antonio said was like more than 50% of the investors currently right now are focusing on the art gallery, and the rest is kind of mixed up. And the second highest was the shop. So he wants to emphasize us on the shop and the art gallery, and the lobby is gonna stay because that's where people enter for the first time. So he wants it to go like lobby, art gallery, and then the shop. So that was his idea.
Yep, I understand. I will attend the lobby right now. Big space. Where's the lobby? Large shop, lobby.
Yeah, large shop.
I've already been to lobby.
Yep. The large shop
So-
was the third scene.
So I will leave this. Join and then leave. Space, leave. So I've seen art gallery, I've seen lobby and the small shop, right? Or large shop?
Large shop.
Large shop.
The thing is, there's no items in it right now, and
It's okay.
we are struggling with that also.
Join space, accept. Search.
There's absolutely nothing in it.
And it looks good
Yep.
because it's minimalistic. Our art gallery was overkill. I see, that's what I'm talking about. See those beautiful shadows? It would be extremely cool if we can achieve large amount of
Alex is in the
design.
lobby, dude.
Yeah, let her run.
Yeah, I got it. Guys, I got a Zoom subscription. Okay, so we can use mine for now. I'll do that, or I'll give you guys my login or something. Okay.
Create an account.
So it would be much cooler if we can achieve the look where we get a large portion of this light source in the interior. We will get this nice lines, shadows of the trees, and everything will be more alive.
Is someone writing this down?
Yeah, I'm writing it
can-
down. I'm writing it down.
You are. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right, cool. Thank you.
So see those windows. These are very cool windows, by the way.
Those are cool.
I have seen these types of windows in real life, and the most important thing and the beauty of these windows is they can rotate and give a lot of variations to your interior. So we must use the shadows from these windows. We must.
Okay.
The shadows.
I like this space. This space is not bad, except I don't like this lines on the walls.
They're like cement. It looks like
Yep. I would there's this artist on Instagram that I like to copy him a lot because he renders these types of environments very cool, minimalistic environments. He just plays with the light. I will provide the link with the link.
I like how you said copy because it's so true. People are so afraid to say that because, but it's like, if you
Are
you
you
come to
kidding
realize,
me? Are you
come to
kidding me?
realize that
Copying
every
is not
designer-
bad.
yeah, every designer
Yeah.
will copying, I guess. You know what I mean? Everyone, it's it's inspiration. In one way or another. People are always afraid to say that. You know what I mean? But it's really, yeah, you are. No one's ever going to have like an original. Everyone has an inspiration. You know what I mean? Or like a something they follow after.
So to be clear, I mean, copying, I mean, pixel by pixel is a bad thing, but copying,
Inspiration.
for
like
example,
you're-
color scheme or lighting
Yeah.
techniques, or this is must. If you don't do this, you can't. Good artists create best, I mean, how do I say that? Great artists steal. Picasso said that himself.
Hilarious. Picasso was crazy too.
I like this space. It's just lighting and reflections. I mean, rough reflections would take this thing to a
But
new
what does
level.
this really do though? Like it looks like a waste of space. I don't know. It's just like what is this? What everything's so like open and airy. I understand that, like the yin and the yang or whatever, like chi, but like what is this room supposed to be for? Like a thinking room or like
It's
yoga
like a
room?
shop, dude. It's like a shop, but then with no items.
Okay. So it's empty right now. Okay, now is the shop gonna be obviously it's gonna be virtual or can you like walk into like a section? Like
I don't know how that's gonna be because he hasn't given us the shop assets yet. He said that's still under progress.
oh yeah, so check this out. We have to have this done by what time?
4
What day?
days. 4 days.
4 days from now. Okay, 4 days from now. And we don't even have like
Yeah,
it's been really hard to get it from them. Like it's been like, do you want to show him really quick, MT, what we've done so far? Like run him through it really quick before Antonio comes.
Oh yeah, we have shared him the link. He's already seen it, Alex.
Oh, you have? Have you already seen it? Okay. Did you have any questions like as we were walking through, like or change anything or like okay, yeah, go
Camera
through.
movement? You mean the camera movement?
Well, it's like okay, what's gonna go in here, for instance? What's gonna go in that room?
This is the art gallery. We got the art gallery scene yesterday, so we still have to implement it. Technically,
Okay,
we
that
can't
looks-
today.
That's
The
the
YouTube
shop.
video that Ashwin sent me yesterday, it just did not look good. Like it was something about like you know what I mean?
Oh, also, if you move around your mouse, you can kind of rotate your angle.
I move, but it moves very slightly.
That's a slight moment here.
And if we continue on, we start from the beginning.
Yep.
Are we gonna have music by the way, guys? Have we thought about that? I think that would help. Remember, you know, Dog Studio, how Dog Studio has like that the kind of like the nature sounds in the background, and it like
Yeah.
if you choose to have it on, it kind of works. I'm not saying we'd have nature in the background, but maybe some sort of like. What about Medal of Honor? Do they have sound effects and stuff?
They have the soldiers kind of theme, the army theme that they have.
But they have like sound effects as you're scrolling in Medal of Honor. Is there sound effects?
No, as you're scrolling, there's no sound effects, but there is sound effects that's being played constantly, like a army music kind of thing.
Like a background.
Yeah. Okay. So they do have music. They have something in the background. That's what I'm thinking too. I think that's what. Which I'm sure T and I can even make something like you know what I mean. You know how I love pads and stuff like that. I could make something like super. Yeah, I could probably make something India like. I guess that's what I'm kind of going for with this. It's like really like yogi, like very like maybe like some lo-fi. Your favorite T?
Yogi.
Lo-fi. You know lo-fi.
Lo-fi. Okay, fine.
I'm thinking lo-fi for the see, this is cool. This is really pretty. I like this.
No, but then the background's gonna go because that's just a placeholder. It's like a placeholder skybox.
But I like it though. I like the placeholder.
But then we are removing it. It's gonna be a desert, by the way.
I live in the desert. I like the desert. The desert's pretty cool. I like living in the desert. Guys, are we gonna have to realistically have this done in 4 days?
So what our plan was like, if so the thing is, so far the
This
plan
isn't our
was,
fault. This isn't our fault, by the way. That we were told we were gonna have an extra week.
so what we had planned was like these 3 scenes, like the complete ones should be pushed to the developing team by today, and tomorrow we'll have to work on the hero and the footer section. So tomorrow the development team will be working on the oh, Antonio's here. So tomorrow the development team will be working on the scenes,
Is he?
implementing it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in.
Hey
And
Antonio, I'm gonna introduce you real quick. Hey Antonio, this is Robbie. This is another one of our like 3D designers. He's gonna be helping us out probably for this one and maybe a few other future projects as well. Antonio, Robbie, Antonio.
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
So yeah, so he's gonna be helping us with like yeah, we just had some questions, you know, if you want to go ahead and yeah, go ahead guys. I'll be right back.
so hey Antonio, nice to
Hi.
have you over here. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
Great. Did you look at the new updated site with the rotation stuff and a bit more improved scrolling?
Not yet.
I'll put the link in the chat.
It's the same as last
It's the
time,
same
right?
link. Yep, it's the same link.
Yeah. Okay.
And Antonio, so this is Robbie, and
Okay.
he's like a new creative art director for us right now. So
Okay.
what was Bart's feedback on the site so far?
Nothing much, because at that time he was having the problem of scrolling, so I'm not even sure he tried again after.
Okay. But then later once, yeah, he asked Roshan to fix that, and Roshan actually fixed it.
Yeah, I
And-
fixed it and I tested
Yeah,
it.
he was able to test it. Alex
Okay,
told
that's
me
awesome.
that Bartis kind of didn't like the site. So we wanted to know why was that?
That's cool. Well, the skybox and the desert, we are going to have some new elements coming in, but should be good.
Okay. Okay, so wait.
Yeah, that's
You guys like the site?
yeah, the animation are actually better. Feels better, it feels more smooth.
Okay.
After there will be the need of the night of the gallery. Yeah, that was a bit fast. Well,
Okay.
actually, that was maybe actually I prefer the speed of maybe in the shop it's slightly too fast, and maybe in the art gallery it's slightly too slow. Needs to be a bit in between.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna add stops also, right? So it's not
Yeah.
fully complete yet. It's just like a glimpse of how it's gonna be like in the when it's done. And what do you feel about this one? But actually, like when we had a doubt, like when we bake the lighting, like it's like we need to apply higher map for the base color, right? So would you like to make the file size a bit larger for that? So what I've done right now is like take smaller chunks and just like apply it all over the mesh so that the size doesn't get more, so that the page loads fast.
Okay.
So how do you prefer it? Like, do you have any like specifications for the one scene should be under this limit, something like that?
Okay, hold on. Which one I prefer from what to what? Like having the baked lighting, or
Yeah, for now it's not baked yet. The lights are not. It's just on the 3JS part. We didn't bake it yet.
okay.
So we've
Right.
just like applied small. Yeah, we just
Okay,
made the
okay. No.
textures as small as possible and like just replicated it, make the scale larger so that it
Yeah.
fits them.
We need the lights because in
Mhm.
as you can see in yeah, there is a need of more lights. Otherwise, it's too like
Yeah.
We need the lights. I'm not sure exactly how they did. Well, they used the engine right on the other side. So, but I mean, it's still 3D. It's 3JS.
Okay.
But
So
how they did it, I think they did it with Spoke.
No, I'm not asking that. Is it fine if we use like baked lighting because the size is gonna be increased?
Okay.
Robbie,
Yeah. Yes. Sure. Let's
Yeah,
let's create a new textures. Yeah.
Robbie, can you tell Antonio
Okay.
what your like your opinions about some things? You know, and Antonio, I think we approve it or not approve it. Either one, you know, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Georgie, if you want to,
I mean, the changes I would like to make, right?
yeah, not saying that
Cool.
it's gonna happen, but we're just gonna give you an opinion, and either you say yes or no, pretty much, no hard feelings. So yeah, go ahead and just what you.
Can you see my screen?
yep.
Yep. So, thing that I like is vegetation. I like vegetation very much, and I think it would be cool to have a little bit more vegetation. For example, in this triangular windows. Also wall plants in an irregular fashion, like this one maybe slight longer, here maybe smaller. I think it would be cool to change the sofas, because these are, I think we can do much better job with sittings. I mean, we can use outdoor branches with more rigid constructions. These are basically house sofas. They almost never use these types of sofas in the social gathering places. I would, I hate to say improve, but no, I would improve lighting on this. I mean, so we get some sort of directional light feeling. I pasted the artists I was talking about in the chat, so you can check out what I mean by lighting. The artwork I pasted, it's a little bit dramatic, but you will get the idea, like shadows and lights.
Yeah, much
So
more. Yeah,
if
much more shadows, yeah.
we are able to bake lighting this way, we will get much more detail from the vegetation. Vegetation will cast shadows on the walls. This will be a good design element. Also would be cool to add some tiny bits of spotlights in the arcs, so they coming down spotlights, just tiny, so we see the triangles of lights in here as well, and maybe spotlights that point upwards in these areas would be cool.
Yes. So the triangles are meant to be, let's say, billboards, right? So that's where you will have access to multiple different elements. If you go and again to the current website, to the current lobby,
Yeah,
where you can actually go, you have some elements there. So
yeah. And I think,
let's see what we can put there. That will
let
be
me
cool.
share this. So new share and win the space.
What about the colors of the did you see when I do like a red and a blue or something like that, Robbie? Like,
Let me show you. So I'm gonna join in.
and then light under the stairs too, like just a faint light maybe under the stairs or something like staircase.
Space. So you see my screen, right?
Yep.
So I think it would be the space logo that we have on the top left corner has blue and red. I think it would be cool to implement these colors on those black squares. For example,
Okay.
this one is blue, this one is red. This
Okay.
one is blue, this one is red. And spotlights will not change things to, I mean, this will be tiny spotlights, so they feather from this area. I don't think
Okay.
that they will break anything. So also would be cool to add some, let me go back. Also would be great to add some understair lightings. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes.
Yep. And
What about the
vegetation,
performance? Like adding all those lightings, is it like taking a lot of resources, or it's going to be fine?
as long as they will be baked, I think this will not
Okay,
be
okay,
a
baked.
problem,
Okay,
right?
okay. If they are baked, yeah.
Guys,
Okay.
what do you think?
Oh, yeah, the same thing. As long as it's baked, I think it doesn't take much away from the resources side.
I liked one branch. Let me show you. I will leave this and leave space. I like this space very much. Let me explain to you why. join space, accept, enter, mute. So see, this one looks much better in my opinion, because we have some bright, colorful elements, blues, reds, blacks. And I like these types of branches much more than those sofas, because
Yep.
this is more common in the outdoor or shopping mall or whatever, these types of areas. So in terms of lighting, what I meant was this. See, we have the directional lighting, and this directional lighting creates a lot of teeny tiny details and elements with shadows. From this
Yep.
pergola, we have this beautiful lines. We have the shadows on the floor. And for example, I'm not really into this low poly tree, but if we, for example, plant a palm tree, this will have beautiful shadows as well.
Yeah, we
See, and
we
this
still
thing
need
has
to
much more
improve the
elements.
trees. Yeah,
Yep,
and
yep.
decide
This space has much more real life elements. I mean, the
Yes.
upstairs logos and these types of details, they are very important.
Yes.
Oh, I see the kids area here. It's cool. And the glass shadows look awesome, I think, the reds and blues. See,
Yeah, we will
Reds,
need
blues.
to we will need to improve, as you mentioned, all the lights. True.
and it has just tiny adjustments, so viewer can kind of unconsciously identify where the sun is. It's very important. Gathering space, so lobby. In the lobby, we have a huge opening in the top, right? Enter space. And mute. So when we have this large opening, it's very cool to use this, because light is coming through that space. It will make a huge shadow, I mean, huge bright area and shadows. What do you think, guys?
Makes sense. Makes sense,
Mm.
George.
And also give this space. The large shop. I like large shop because I have been to place that looks kind of similar to this. Join space, accept, enter space. So it's a long story, but somehow I have been to a space that looks very similar to this, and the advantage of this huge opening is that when light comes through and hits the floor, and when you walk in, you have this feeling of being outside while being inside. This is amazing. And the dust particles, and it's pretty hard to recreate these dust particles, but it's very emotional. So also the trees, when they get hit by the light, some parts are in shadow, some parts are in light. This is very beautiful. And also if we improve on lighting, we will get this part on the larger portion of the floor, and it will be cool. So right now we have this dull gray, huge portion of dull gray, but realistically we can have a huge portion of this bright area with lines of shadows. It will drastically improve the scene.
Don't forget also that in those areas in the middle, that's where you are going to have the tables and eventually shelves or those kind of things, right? Depending on the way people want to use it.
Right now we have the plain space, and I think when we have a space lit up properly, it will not create problems to put objects in.
Yep.
Don't you think so?
Yeah, that's fine. Anything That makes that
One
have more
thing
lights.
I would add, if it's possible, I'm not sure if it's possible, reflections. Did you guys check out the artwork that I pasted in the chat?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you look closely, let me open it up myself. If you look closely in the shadow areas at the reflections, do you see the reflections in the shadow areas?
Yeah.
Is it possible to add reflections that have texture in it? So some parts are a little bit blurred, some parts are a little bit sharp. Is it possible?
Uh, I don't think that's possible because when you move around, it should keep moving. And
So,
then, so it can't be
so
real time.
in general, reflections is a problem, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It means we don't have control over reflections. It's too bad, but what can we do? So main thing would be lighting, and this is a good example of how light and shadow can create some story. Vegetation, let me and do you see my screen?
Yeah.
So vegetation would be huge. I mean, a little bit more of those green things, good things. As human, we like vegetation. This is our nature. I would put some palm trees, monsteras, whatever plants you like on the floor as well. Stair lights we mentioned. And if it's not a huge problem, I would paint those huge black squares red and blue. Blue, red would be cool. Or maybe just blue, every one of them blue. And would be cool to implement those blue and red colors in the interior elements. For example, this light sources could be colored black, for example. This bronze color, I think it's a little bit off, but if it's something that we are able to change, it would make sense. For example, black ones would be much cooler than this greenish bronze ones. I'm sure it's green because it's supposed to be gold, but it's reflecting something blue in the sky, right?
Not entirely sure because
This usually happens when you try to make gold material and then it reflects blue sky. So yellow and blue create green tint.
And we talked about the font. I remember Battis mentioning he didn't like the text or the text
Yeah,
placement.
the text placement.
Did he give you
I
any
have-
feedback?
I have the idea of extruding these texts from this squares. Just 3D text extruded from this area. For example, realistic graphics, blah blah blah. Let me show you the lobby scene right now. Leave space. Let's go to lobby, join space, and share the screen. Share.
yeah, just check right now in the current website, and that gold effect is much. Yeah, as you can see, the contrast, it's not like
Yep.
looking like gold. It really depends on the lights.
Yep.
How to fix that?
What I was talking about. So is it possible to extrude these things from the wall? So they're not just plain texture, but this is an extruded text.
Yes, it's another model. I
Just
think.
text, not the WASD buttons, but text. So huge tutorial,
Mhm.
home, shopping, because
Yes, those elements are placeholders still, so they need to be improved. Feel free to improve them. right now we were still at the point where after we might have like, yeah, different ways to actually, you know, here is the lobby, right? You need to understand it's a place where you can have the different rooms, and you are going to search for them, and those ones are going to be, well, places.
I
Well,
like the
easy way to
textures.
travel.
I like the textures on the floor. I like the textures on the wall. This completely makes sense because in reality, in these types of spaces, they use these types of floorings and walls.
What about the art gallery?
What about art gallery? Art gallery needs a
the
massive
art gal-
improvement. Yeah, let's go to art gallery right now. So
Yeah,
leave
Robbie, you're
space.
really good. That I didn't even think about.
Art gallery. So art gallery has much better lighting than other spaces, but problem with art gallery is this this unusual shapes for art gallery. In art gallery, it's supposed to be very, very minimalistic. So people could pay attention to artworks, not the over detailed walls and ceilings. Flooring is okay. This black, how do you call these things in English? Alex?
Not sure.
What are you trying to? What is it?
How do you call these things in English?
Oh, those. The black line.
Yeah.
Headboard. No, not headboard. I guess. Trim. No.
Trim.
Trimming.
Yep, trim.
Yeah, trim.
It's probably trim. So every space needs these trims because in reality, without trims, there are no interiors. Absolutely no interiors come without trims. So trims are okay to be black. Trims, sometimes people make trims that are colored same as floor, sometimes same as door. I like the door colored trims, so trims look cool. Problem is this stone textures that are over detailed, this shapes and
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Your mic is not working. Your mic is not working.
Hello.
We cannot hear you. Wait. Okay.
Your mic is not working.
We cannot hear you. Oh, shit.
Who, me or?
No, Antonio, not you.
Yeah, because I just lost the connection also.
Okay.
Just a second, he'll be back.
Yeah.
Is
and
Antonio
also-
in the meeting? Where's
Yeah,
Antonio
he's-
at?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
he's
here.
Antonio, what do we need still the models? Or no, yours are still working on those. When do you think we'll get those by? Do you think you have like an estimate, maybe like
Which models?
she means the ones in the shop assets.
We don't have right now. So we need to figure this out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when we can put something in there for like a filler, like fake,
Yeah.
like it's not.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Nice.
hey, George is here.
I can check because we have, so we have quite a few models from Unreal, but I think that for simple tables and those kind of things, I believe it's almost faster to redo them. What do you think?
So
Show those models.
The
Do you have
key
something like
here
a
is
mock-up? Do you like a reference at least or something that we could look at for
no, not I can check what we have.
well, just keep try to describe it as best you
For
can.
the
like-
art gallery, the bottom line is to keep as minimalistic as possible.
Oh, no,
As
Robbie,
minimalistic as-
we're talking about the shop because we asked Antonio if he would have the assets for the shopping. And he said that they're not going to be, they're by our deadline time, they're not going to be here. So he's saying for us to go ahead and just make our own custom, I guess. So I'm asking him what the best way to describe what the shopping would look like, I guess. Is it gonna be like a walk-in store? Like, what's it like? Can you just like, what would it look like? What's it look like?
Yes, correct. It's I will look into that. We still need like, let's say, a couple of shelves or a couple of tables. And
Okay, so,
something like this,
Antonio,
because
that's what-
we still need, sorry.
Sorry, you go ahead, please go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, just, you know, like Apple Store tables, you know, they are super simple, right? They're just the nice stuff is they are so simple. The tables are super simple, but after the objects are the one that you pay attention to, right? They
Absolutely,
nothing else.
that's what I'm trying to say. You know, these shelves and walls, they are supposed to be background, just background, nothing more.
Oh, well, we still need to have the tables right in the middle of the shops, for example, or
In the middle of
Um,
shop, they have this islands where when my English is killing me, people.
that's fine.
So
also- Also, one thing you were referring about the texture that was too detailed in the art gallery. I think also it's where we are going to have, you know, artists putting like let's say frames or those kind of things. So
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
So I was referring to the texture you were referring that was too detailed in the art gallery.
Yep.
In those areas, it's where we are going to have the frames. But more than happy if you suggest something less detailed, that's fine, and more details somewhere else. Because anyway, it's gonna be hidden most of the time by the frames.